Hey there guys, thanks for joining us on another Kickstarter preview. Today we're going to have a look at a game called D-Day Dice. This is from WordForge Games, and this is going on Kickstarter on November the 11th. So I'll put a link down in the description below, which will take you straight to the Kickstarter if you're interested. But we're going to go over the basics of the rules here. So we're going to show you what this game is like. If you're not familiar with it, it's a World War II dice game where you basically using the dice to complete objectives and go through missions and stuff. As you can see on the box, it says demo set. So we've only got the one scenario for this demo set, which is Omaha Beach. So you got these really cool tiles that have the sections and stuff. I'll go through that in a minute, but I just wanted to start off quickly by saying, obviously, as usual, it's prototype components. Everything is going to be upgraded. Everything is going to be different when it comes to the Kickstarter, but this is just an idea of how it plays. So, I've got Swampy here with me, and me and Swampy are going to run through a co-op game. You can play this solitaire as well, and it plays pretty well solitaire actually. I don't do a lot of solitaire games, but this is a really good solitaire game. So, this is a nice little sheet. I'm playing the Americans, Swampy is doing the British, and we're obviously playing against the Germans. The board is played by the Germans, and all the details of what happens is on the board. But first thing to show you is the turn sequence. So on your turn, you get 6 dice, 2 white, 2 red, 2 blue, and the dice will look something like this. So obviously at the moment we're just using normal D6, but they're going to look like this, and they do these things. So a 1 is a skull, which basically will cancel one of these results at the end of your roll. So it's kind of a Yahtzee system where you get one roll, and then at the beginning of that first roll, or at the end of that first roll, you have to choose 2 of the 6 dice you roll, and you have to lock them in. You can lock in more, but it has to be a minimum of 2, and you can choose whichever 2 you want, and I'll get to the more minutiae of that in a minute. But the rest are better for you. So you get stars, which is what you use to recruit specialists, soldiers, and more soldiers. They'll obviously just add to your unit strength. Courage is what you need to move up the beach to take the bunker. And tools is what you use to get equipment with. Now the speciality behind this is obviously once you've rolled your dice and you take the resources you get from those dice, if you get any red, white and blue bonuses, you get these bonuses, and this is where the major part of the game lies. If you can get, say for example, 3 on the double troops section, you get 5 extra troops. So you'd get 6 from those plus 5 there. That's 11 troops. That's a lot. And there's a lot of other abilities as well, like for example the reinforcements. You can get 4, and your partner can get 4 as well. You can find items, you can move up the beach without paying recruit costs and stuff like that. And if you get the item tile, gives this special tile. Words have left me. Basically, the more items you roll, which is the 6, the more you can get. So for example, 1 is for 1, 2 is 3, 3 is 6, and so on and so on. So on your turn, the first thing you do is you roll the dice, and then once you finish rolling, you get to do the upkeep phase, which is where you assign your dice. And we're going to be using this thing right here, but in the actual game it's going to be a nice little card where you have little wheels activating your resources. You'll see that on the Kickstarter, but for us we're just going to add a dice to each section, and we'll update them as we go along. Once you've done that, you then adjust your unit marker. So obviously our units have got off the landing barge onto the beach. This is the defense of the beach, and this is what we start off with. So each of us will start with 4 dudes on the beach, and then we work from there. The unit marker is not going to be a d6 like this. They're going to have a special dice which have chevrons on like this. So you'll have the lance corporal, the corporal, the sergeant, and then it'll have an arrow and some other bits. But the main thing is every turn when you adjust the marker, you flip it over to the next section. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3. On a 4 you have to move. So, and the white determines we can stay here for 3 turns, but black ones means you have to move immediately once you finish that turn. So we adjust the unit marker, and then we recruit specialists. So each of us has a deck of specialists. I've got my American specialists. Swampy's got his British ones. They do basically the same thing, if not the same. You get a normal pool of regular specialists, and then some reserve specialists. And then the scenario itself will tell you if you get extra types of specialists you can recruit, or if certain ones can't be used in that game. Once you've done your recruiting and buying resources, there's a deck over there which has a big pile of items in, and they're all different things. They're not random, you can go through them. This is the cost in the corner here. This is what they do. You can just basically go through them and choose which one you want. Once you've done your resources and stuff, you can then choose to move. Obviously, if you're in a white defense zone, you can spend another turn there. If you're in a black defense zone, you have to move. Moving is always forward or to adjacent squares, but a square you haven't been to. So for example, I could move up there, but then next turn I can either move there, there, or there. I can't go back, and I can't obviously jump to a square down there. And so I could go, for example, to there, and then there, and then say there, and then there, and then there. Object of the game is obviously to reach the bunker. Once both players, in this case, or all players, reach the bunker, the game will end, and we are victorious. If any one of us reaches a 0 unit capacity, all of us lose, as the morale breaks and the soldiers can't go up the beach. And then after that is combat phase. So the combat phase is literally this number here. You subtract that from the amount of troops you have. So on the beach here is less dangerous than moving further up. So we only lose 3 guys at the end of the phase, but here we'll lose 6. There we lose 4, but this also has a machine gun fire nest on it. So that's D6 added to the 4. And if you roll a 6, one of your specialists dies. These, I don't know if you can see this. These are specialists that you need to get in there. So for example, if we go left on the left flank, we need a scout. If we go on the right flank, we need a minesweeper, because these are mines, and you take D6 damage if you cross those areas without a minesweeper. This is a hero. That's what I was telling you, obviously, is the machine gun fire. These are bonuses to us. If we're in this sector, we can get extra courage, or extra stars, extra tools. And these ones with the red is where specialists die. So their scout will die, their minesweeper will die, their medic will die. This one over here is only 1 unit at a time can be in this sector. And we keep going until we move through and take out the bunker. This symbol, the metal symbol, is how much courage we need to move up each sector. So to go from the beach to the first layer of the beach, we need 1 courage. And then to move up to the next one, we need 2, and so on and so on. Gameplay, when we do the gameplay, you'll obviously see more of that and how the game runs. But for now, that's all you need to know. We'll get started. In fact, we might just go straight away, because it's quite important to see how everything moves. So, as I said, we start off with 4 soldiers each. You ready, Swampy? Mm-hmm. Alright, let's go. So, first thing we do is roll a dice. Obviously, skulls are bad, so I've rolled a white and a red and a blue skull there. I rolled a 3, 4, 5. Holy crap! I've almost got a straight. If you get a straight, which is one of the bonuses here, you basically get to do everything the dice shows. The skull is cancelled, and you get to draw a ward card. An award card is like special medals that do really good bonuses for us. You can get medals from other ways as well, but that's the most easiest way to do it. Alright, so we have to lock in 2. You locking in both ones. Mm-hmm. Remember, those are the same ones, yeah?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. I'm tempted to do it, because if I get...
Locking my 4 as well.
You know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be wild here. The reason why I'm doing this is the dead man's hand, basically, is when you get 3 red, white, and blue of skulls, it gives you 17 action points and 2 stars. Not action points, item points. But of course, if I mess it up and in my next 2 rolls I don't get a white 1, then I'm just going to lose 2 of my dice at the end of the round. But I'm going to do it. You have to lock in a minimum of 2. You can lock in more if you want to. So I'm looking for 1s over there.
I got my red, white, and blue.
You got it. I didn't get my 1. That's really bad. I've got 1 more chance left. And then a 2 is another star. And a 5 is a courage. 4 is troops. So I'm definitely re-rolling those 2.
Keep my star.
But it's whether or not I want to keep the courage or a star. I don't. So I'm going to re-roll.
course.
Ah, I didn't get it. Bollocks.
I'm going to lose a 4.
I took the chance and it didn't pay off. Okay, so we've had our 3 rolls. Now we have to upkeep. So the first thing you look at is obviously, I like to put them in order, like going down like this. So if you go down, ones cancel out other dice. So do I want to keep the tools? I do. So I'm going to use this one to cancel that. I'm going to use this one to cancel that. So they have all been cancelled. I didn't have any red, white and blue bonuses. So the only thing I'm going to get is 2 tools, which gives me 3 item points. Which is what updates this thing. Sorry, some of you are going to have to do it upside down now, man. So as you can see, I've got 4 soldiers, 3 items. Swampy's got, is that 16 soldiers?
I got 3 4s. Red, white and blue on the 4s. So that's 12.
Yeah.
The soldiers.
So you got a lot of soldiers. You got a lot of dice there. How many? Why you got so many extra reds? Oh, because you took one off, yeah.
I took one of it, yeah.
And then he's got 1 star. Okay, so that's the upkeep phase. Now we adjust our markers. You want to do the honor, Swampy? So that rolls over to the 2 space. And then we recruit specialists and items and trade resources if we're on the same square. I've only got 3 item points, and there's nothing really worth buying at 3. There's also nothing worth buying at 1 star. So that's pretty much that. We can choose to move now if we want to. If we move, obviously the unit mark, the adjust marker will sit down to 1. But I don't want to move. You don't want to move. So then we do combat. Combat's pretty simple. We obviously just take 3 damage. So I go down to 1. I need more soldiers next turn, man.
Don't roll ones.
Oh man, that was a really bad decision by me. Alright, and we go again.
Now I've got an opportunity for red, white and blue on the ones.
It's so tempting to do
All
it.
the troops.
Right, what have I got here? So I got 3 stars.
It's too risky, too early. No.
Another tool. A soldier, I need soldiers. I've got to lock 2 in. So I'm going to lock in this item point. Definitely not locking in the star, the skull. I'm not going to bother with that.
I'm not going to look in the reds. No, that's it.
And I'll lock in one of those stars. Okay. So, roll again.
Yeah, look at that.
I do need soldiers.
I'll lock the 5s in as well, because we need some courage.
Oh crap, I think I just got a red. Oh no, I don't have the red, but I. So many decisions already. No, I'm going to have to re-roll these 3 stars. 4. I need troops. Okay, that's not bad. These are troops, so that's not too bad. Okay, so, as again, I like to, just for your viewing pleasure, I will arrange them in a way that you can see how they trigger. So, skulls, I don't have any skulls. A 2 is a star, so I get a star. 3 is soldiers, so I get 2 soldiers from there. It puts me up to 3. 4s are 2 soldiers each, so I get another 4 soldiers, which will put me to 7. Those D10s I had a minute ago.
In the box.
Sorry about that. Let's take that off. Obviously, this is obviously very fidgety what we're doing over here, but in the Kickstarter, or when the game comes to retail, it'll have a nice little card thing that you can spin the wheels, which is much better. And then 6 is just 1 tool, so my tool goes up to 4. Tools are really important, I feel, because it gives you the equipment to handle the beach.
Yeah.
What did you get?
I have got another red, white and blue, but on 3s. So I get 3 troops, plus another 4 troops, puts me up to 20.
Don't I get on 3s?
You get 4 as well, so you get to go to 11.
Yay!
That 2's 20. I've got 2 5s, so that's 2 courage, which is kind of useful, otherwise you lose on the first beach.
Yep.
And a 4, so another 2 troops. I'm on 22 troops. Might need to get something
22.
that isn't troops next turn, that'd be great.
There's a D10 for you. Alright, so that's upkeep phase done. Now we adjust the unit markers again. Do the honest, Swampy. So now we moved up to 3. So basically, we've got one more turn that we can spend here. We can now recruit shit. I've got 4 item points. You've got none. Because we're on the same space, we can actually trade. But he's got no item to give to me, so there's no point. And we could combine the 2 stars together, but I don't think you can do stars. But I don't see the point yet anyway. So we're not going to bother with any recruiting. We're not going to move. So combat, we both lose 3 troops again. So I'm on 11, which will put me to 8.
I'm on 19.
19? I think I need to get some more dudes. Right, so one more turn.
Oh, look at you, I love it. Got some stars.
Oh, I've got a lot of 4s. Yeah, I need troops, so I'm gonna lock in those 2. I've got another 4 there. I've got a 4 there, so do I want to keep that? It's more troops. What I really need is more 4s over here. And I would ideally like some more 6s.
I'm keeping that because...
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll these. Because I'm looking for 6s and blue 4s.
That's 6 of them.
So there's 6. That's cool. I'm going to keep that. I didn't get any blue 4s. And I'm not really that bothered by the stars. So I'm going to re-roll those 2. Or those 3. Come on, blue 4. Yes! Cool, and another white 4 as well. So I got lots of 4s, a 6, and a bloody skull. Okay, so now we work through the upkeep phase. The skull is going to cancel something. I'm going to cancel this white 4. So I'm going to get 6 troops from this, but then an additional 5 because of the red, white, and blue gives me 11, putting me to 19. And then I got another friggin' tool. And that's my phase done. What you got, man?
I got a red, white, and blue 2.
So that's leadership.
Leadership. And that is add 1 white result of your choice to your final tally. This can trigger another red, white, and blue bonus.
But you already triggered another one.
I got a red and blue for my on 3s for my reinforcements. So I'm going to add a white to that.
Yeah.
And get a red, white, blue bonus.
So essentially what that leadership does is this.
So basically, I'm going to get 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well,
no,
do this what you get for those 3 2s anyway, which is 3 stars.
3 stars. So we need a 4. Got 3 3s.
So
Which is back to 22 plus the bonus, so it's 26 troops.
And I get 4 as well, then.
And you're going to get 4 as well.
Puts me to 23.
And I get a tool.
There we go. Alright, so I haven't. Oh!
I'm going to have to give you one of mine. Oh,
Alright, this is going to be an interesting point, yeah?
Deja vu.
Yeah! I forgot about that completely. Well, you guys just witnessed my ineptitude again. Alright, so firstly we did the upkeep phase, now we adjust the unit markers. These goes up to 4s now, which 4s are technically... does it say on this thing? No, it doesn't. But it's like a little red arrow that's pointing upwards. That tells you that you have to keep moving. So we'll come to that in a second because obviously just adjusting markers now. We still get to buy some stuff first. I'm not buying anything. You got 4 stars. You could buy a specialist if you want to.
You can buy 1 a turn or 2.
1 a turn. So I'm just going to move these off just to show you guys. Obviously, we can plan our route as well. Like, for example, we require a minesweeper on this side and a scout on that side, a hero here in the middle. Obviously, if we want to avoid taking damage from these mines, we'll need the minesweeper. So the minesweeper and the mines work pretty good on the right flank. So, and the minesweeper costs what does it cost? 3, I think it was 3 stars.
He's quite nice, 3. Yeah.
So, for example, the scout costs 2 stars. There's obviously the symbol that you needed, and he gives you a 1 tool at the end of every turn, or end of upkeep phase. The minesweeper costs 3. He ignores landmines. Landmines do d6 damage to your infantry. Oh, I made a mistake. I'm being stupid. That says you need a sharpshooter, not a minesweeper. I keep thinking about the minesweeper. Sharpshooters obviously ignore skulls.
I'm going to prepare for that following turn and take a minesweeper.
Okay. So he spends 3 of his stars, his specialist stars, puts him down to 1. I'm still hoarding my item thing. I could spend the 5, but the 5 is not that great. I'm trying to get some of the bigger stuff. And that's why I was hoping for the dead man's hand on that first round. Okay, but this is now the interesting bit. So we've recruited specialists. Now we need to move. Right, as you can see, it costs 1 courage to move up the beach. We can move to either one of those 2 sections. We can't stay here any longer. So, Swampy, he's got his 2 courage. So he spends 1.
I'm going to give 1 to Jason.
Yeah, to give to me because I was a muppet and didn't get any courage. If I don't have courage and he can't give any to me, and he can only trade with me because we're on the same tile. If I don't have courage and I can't move up, I immediately break and lose. Which means we lose the game.
Yep.
And this is how the last game we played at this started exactly as well. It's like, hey, Swampy, we should move up. Oh, I don't have any courage. Bollocks. Okay, so we could obviously choose which side we want to go to. I think we're going to go down the right flank. So this is where you get extra stars for specialists in the upkeep phase. Or you can get them now immediately when you move in. It doesn't really matter. You only get it as a one-off bonus.
I didn't realise you could buy awards for courage.
There's 6 courage, yeah. And I think so. I spent my courage to move up. I think that's it. So now we roll again. So see one more turn. This is this turn we have to move as well, just for interest's sake. We reduce our unit markers down to 1 again, but this is a black one, so we have to move.
Well, I've red, white, and blue already on my first roll.
Really? What did you get? 2s. So it's leadership again.
Star specialists again, yeah.
Oh, I got it as well. I got 3 red, white, and blue on leadership.
But we need to get some
Oh,
courage.
wait, actually I forgot. We need to take 6 damage each.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the move phase, we lose 6 health.
Oh, but I did get 2 5s, so I'll keep the 5s.
Do I want leadership? I can gain 2 courage. Or add another dice.
And we're going to get 1.
Oh yeah. That's specialist stars, not courage. I need courage. I need courage to get up the friggin' beach.
I've got my 2.
Alright, so I'm keeping all 3 of those then, and I'm gonna re-roll these 3.
Well, you did the same.
So those are 2 4s, I'm gonna keep that and hope for a red 4. Ugh. Bollocks. I rolled a 1.
Yay!
Wow, you are so lucky. It's ridiculous. Glad you're here. Okay, so let's put them in order for you again. Show you. So the first thing we trigger, Skull is going to cancel something. I might as well cancel one of these reinforcement dice. And then I've got 3 2s. 3 2s is 3 stars, so it puts me up to 4 stars. And then because we're in the bonus section, I go up to 5 stars. And then my leadership says I can either roll a dice and add it to it, but I chose to go for the 2 courage because I knew I'd mess it up. So there's the 2 courage. I need to advance this turn. So
I can give you 2 courage.
that's fine, I took it. And then I get 2 more troops, putting me on 19. What do you get? You got loads of red, white shit.
So I got 3 5s, which is battle cry.
Yep.
So I can gain 3 soldiers, or if you move this turn, ignore all requirements of the sector that you move to, and don't spend courage to get there. Landmines are not ignored in this way, and combat occurs normally once you have moved. Well, I've got a minesweeper anyway.
Yeah, and
so
you don't have a sharpshooter, but you can now ignore
the
it.
requirements, so I'm going to do that. It's going to push me into there, and of course I've got the 3 5s, which gives me 3 onto my courage. Also got, 3 2, sorry. No, 3 2s to leadership, my bad. 3 stars, so I'm up to 6 stars.
I am going to recruit the sharpshooter, otherwise I won't be getting into that square. But obviously we do that once.
Then I've got the leadership one, which can add 1 dice or 2 courage, so I'm at 3.
I had like 2,500, but I still want
What do you think?
2,000.
I had a dice. You have a tool, but there's no point. I had 2 courage for that.
Okay. Alright, so that's your upkeep phase.
Nothing else actually.
Alright, so that's your upkeep phase. Adjust unit markers. I'm not going to bother with that at the moment because we're both going to be moving. He's already moved thanks to his battle cry. But we get to recruit some stuff. I'm going to spend 2 of my stars, so putting me down to 3 to recruit said sharpshooter. So he'll go over there. He's a specialist in my army. Because I need him to move into that sector that Swamp is in. Are you recruiting anything? I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna spend my item points yet.
I don't know if to go for a veteran. You get one soldier for every white, red, white, and blue. Chain.
he's really
The amount
good.
I'm doing, or just get the medic. One less per turn, one less loss.
For example, like I could spend my 5 item points on a walkie-talkie, which immediately gives items are one use only, so I immediately just get 2 extra troops. But I don't want to. I'm holding on to my precious item points because I want, like, just to show you, I want something better. Like, for example, this I think is vital to getting up the beach. You need a Bangalore torpedo.
I get a medic.
In the last game we played, we Bangalored this thing up there, so you don't take 15 damage when you walk into there. All right. So we've recruited. Did you spend your stars or whatever? You did?
Yeah, I'd like.
So
6.
it's now a move. You've already moved. I'm moving into there as well. I don't ignore that, and I don't have a minesweeper, so I'm gonna have to take D6 damage. So I'm gonna take 6 damage. So, damn it. Maybe I should have brought a mine. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to walk in there.
Yeah.
And then we've done a move, so now it's combat. Oh god. So that one takes 8 damage. So I go down to 5.
I was 7 because I got a medic, so there's one less.
It's not funny, man. I'm down to 5 already. As you can see, it's pretty damn tough. I mean, we could have gone to the middle there, where it's only 4 damage, but this one has a machine gun nest, which means you take a D6 damage. So, for example, over there, if you go there, we would have taken 8 damage. If you roll a 6, one of your specialists die as well. But you do get courage from going there for some reason. I think it's more like stupidity.
You claimed the extra star for that section at the end of the last time.
I did, yeah, you can grab yours. Okay, so that's, I think, shall we just go one more turn?
Yeah.
Fine, let's do it. So this is a white area, so we don't have to move. So let's go for it.
Oh, look at that.
Tools. Oh, you're such a jammy. Did you get the veteran?
No, I didn't. I went the medic.
Oh. So I'm going to keep those 2 because I want some more tools, and I'm going to re-roll these.
Yeah, I've got tools.
I didn't get the blue 6. Oh. That is a
Star?
tool.
Yeah, why
there we
not?
go.
Keep it.
I got it. 3s are soldiers. I do need soldiers. But it's only 1 each. That's so crap. And we're on 8. Oh god, I'm in so much trouble. Alright, so I'm going to keep those 2. Lucky blue 3! Lucky blue 3! No. I didn't get it. Alright, so upkeep. I get 2 soldiers. That's right, 2 soldiers. I'm still 1 short of the actual combat total in there. A 5 is a courage point. Alright, so I can actually... Oh, I forgot I was supposed to pay the courage.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm actually down to 1 now, because I just gained 1. So I've done that, I've done this, and then I've got 3 6s. So first things first, 3 6s is 6 item points, putting me to 11. And then a special find. You can find a used item. You must still pay its cost in item points, and it does not count towards the 1 per turn limit. Or you can gain 4 soldiers. So we don't have any used items. 4 soldiers it is then. Woohoo! I'm hanging on by the skin of my teeth. What did you get?
Well, once again, I read white and blued on 444, so I've got another 12 troops coming my way.
Crikey.
Puts me up to 25.
I think maybe you should take the brunt of the fire there.
I've got 2 6s, so that's tools.
3 tools, I think.
That's 3
Or
tools.
3 item points.
And a 2, which is a specialist point.
Oh, yeah.
4.
Alright, so adjust the unit markers up to 2. I'm thinking there's a minefield above us as well. I might actually buy my minesweeper. I've got 3 stars. And but we're going to spend another turn there, so do I take the chance and go for the veteran? You know what, I'm going to buy a veteran this turn. I need the soldiers. So I'm going to spend 3 of my specialist points. And I'm going to buy the veteran. So every time I get a red, white and blue, I get an extra soldier. It doesn't sound great, but it's everything counts in this game. I should have probably gone for the Minesweeper. I'm playing a risky game.
I will get the veteran.
You're getting a veteran as well.
Hmm.
Okay. So we've got now. I've got 11, and you've got 4. So we've got 15. What's the name points? But I'm still gonna hold on to that because I'm holding out for the Bangalore torpedo. I don't think we can do this without it. And then of course the flamethrower, when we actually get to the bunker, is really good as well. So that's 40 points straight there. And in the last game we played, we used a lot of the grenades and mortars and stuff to try and reduce the shell fire.
Yeah.
Although 15
well.
costs you can buy metal. But no, we'll hang on to it. Maybe we get lucky. Okay, so we're not going to move. So combat, we take 8. Puts me down to 3.
Down to 17.
And I'm going to stop filming here because it's already a half an hour and I don't want people to see me die.
Good idea.
So we're going to finish off the game quickly and then we'll come back to you at the end. See how, tell you how we did.
We're gonna beat them.
Alright, so we finished the game and unbelievably we won. And quite easily too.
Mm-hmm.
I was quite surprised. I was looking, when I switched off the camera, I was thinking, oh man, I'm going to die here really badly. And we, even with a little error from our, not a rules error, a tactical error, we moved both up into there, and then we moved across to there, and we stayed there for 3 turns, but then we realized that only one of us could move into here at a time because of the max 1 thing. So Swampy had to go this way, and I went that way. We went up like that. We played the Bangalore torpedo, reducing this thing's defense down to 0. So we only rolled a 1 for the machine gun. We stayed there 1 more turn and then used the flamethrower into the bunker. We needed 5 courage and both of us rolled 555 on our turn for the courage thing so we can ignore the requirements. In we went, smashed up the bunker, and Omaha Beach is ours. And that's 2 wins in a row for us, Swampy.
Easy.
We got this game in the bag. Yeah. All seriously is that this game is quite tough though, and especially when you're playing solo, it's really tough. But obviously it comes a lot down to the dice and what specialists you recruit, what items you recruit. I mean, for us playing the first time I played this, I got absolutely slaughtered, and for me it was, you need the Bangalore torpedo and the flamethrower in that last section of the bunker area, because otherwise you just get roasted by those machine guns. But yeah, it's really dead simple. Yeah, it's load of decision making with the dice, as you saw during the gameplay turn. The Kickstarter, I believe, is going to come with a lot more scenarios. Obviously, all the components will be better. You know, like in terms of the dice will actually be. Where's that one dice I have? The dice will actually be like this. The cards will be round edged. Everything will be glossy and nice. Nice quality. So there you go. If you like what you saw and you want to do some World War II action, running up the beaches or taking the whatever other scenarios they're gonna have, apparently they're gonna, as far as I know, they're gonna have about 6 scenarios to begin with and more to unlock in their Kickstarter. So if you like what you see, go have a look. I'm sure WordForge Games would love your support, and you could bring D-Day dice back to retail with your help. So go check out the Kickstarter, and thanks for watching. Thanks a lot, Swampy.
Bye.